A study delegation that recently travelled to Israel met with Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah upon their safe return to India. The team, which had gone to Israel on an academic and observational visit, safely returned to India and called on the Chief Minister at his official residence, Cauvery. During the meeting, the team thanked Chief Minister Siddaramaiah for his support and guidance throughout the visit. The group, part of an 18-member delegation from the Bengaluru Political Action Committee, or BPAC, travelled to Israel on a study tour from 7th to 13th of June this year. The visit was co-hosted by Ministry of External Affairs, but they were later stranded due to escalating war-like situation between Israel and Iran for the past week. The delegation flew from Jordan to Mumbai on Wednesday night and thereafter reached Bengaluru at about 5:30 p.m. on Thursday. Hello? One second. Are all of the... All right, on your screens right now, that 18-member delegation, which is now safely returned to Karnataka, they called upon the Chief Minister. Joining us on the show, part of those members who were there in Israel firsthand to witness what really transpired and how they were brought back to India, back to Bengaluru. Let's talk about that. Joining us is Umesh Babu Pilegowda via the Youth Wing President, Aam Aadmi Party, Bangalore. Also with us is Sachin Tantri, Manager Communications and Outreach at BPAC. Both of these gentlemen were part of that delegation. I want to come to you first, Sachin. Talk to us about what really transpired in Israel. How was the study tour like? And what happened after you saw and heard of the news that it's really heating up between Iran and Israel?
Yeah, I think first I would like to, talk about what exactly the tour was about. Yeah, it was a tour that was organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, guided by the the Consulate General of South India, Orly Weitzman, where we chose around 18 delegates from Bangalore, from BCLIP civic leaders. We chose them to take them to Israel and make them understand about urban planning, waste management, water management, traffic planning, infrastructure, even IT infrastructure, along with the startups which help in making a city livable. So this was the ideal plan for that, and they also did a little bit of excursion nearby. So that was the whole thing. So initially, the entire plan went perfectly fine. In fact, we came very excited on the last day. With a lot of plans, and then when we go back to India and Bangalore, how we can implement the best practices that we have learned over here. But coincidentally, what happened the day we were supposed to leave, the war broke out and the airspace was shut down. And that is when things started going a little, bad for us. But I would want to reiterate that we were always under the safe hands of the Israeli government, especially Orly Weitzman. She was there with us throughout the entire ordeal. She was there taking care of us. I think I really want to thank them for being there for us. Now, to talk about the situation, what is happening over there is that due to the airspace being shut down, we were indefinitely stuck in Israel. Now, during that particular time, we were staying in a very nice hotel. We had very good food, very good shelter, very well taken care of. But the issue was that we were very unsure about coming back. Our families were worried about what is going to happen to us. And most importantly, what was really critical for us is that there were a lot of missiles that were moving around, and every time there used to be a missile directed towards Tel Aviv, we would get a siren, and all of us had to run to the shelters.
It must
That
have
was
been
like
must have
pretty
been a
scary.
scary experience for you, Sachin. I think something that perhaps nobody anticipated, that suddenly it's going to get that heated and Iran is going to push back. Umesh Babu is also with us. Umesh, were you a part of that delegation as well, and what was your experience like?
Yes, Shweta, I was also a member and part of the 18-member delegation which visited Israel. Initially, like we went to the study tour to learn the best practices from Israel and get to do something to Bangalore city as a whole. But then, as the study tour unfolded on the last day, we were stuck up due to the war situation. And as Sachin was mentioning regarding the missiles and all, truly we were petrified and we were in a fear psychosis that when would we return and what would be happening to all of us and what will be the family members be undergoing. But then the shelters in Israel, like they protected us from all this missile attack and all. In fact, just 1 kilometer from our hotel where we stayed, we could see that building burned down and ashes. But it was a petrifying situation, and that's the reason. Like in the visuals you showed, like we were singing and laughing, like that was to cover down our fear, because in that situation we never knew like when we will be coming back to Bangalore. So that is one of the reasons. Like when we went to the bunkers, we used to have a chat or we used to have a ice cream or something. It's to calm down our nerves. That was the whole reason. But overall, it was a very harrowing experience. But then we have got a lot of better practices to learn from Israel also.
I bring in more people. What better practices were you able to learn in that short course, which was endorsed by Ministry of External Affairs in India? Help us understand what value did it add to your experience?
So, Shweta, the wastewater management in Israel is beyond meals. The thing is, every apartment in Israel, they need to dig up a 3 meter deep wastewater pipeline. So whatever the domestic waste what they use, that will be sent to another unit.
Okay.
So similarly, the rainwater inside the city, for that they dig up a 4 meter pipeline deep. So these two pipelines run parallelly to a distance of 130 kilometers where the wastewater plant is being placed. So once it reaches there, the wastewater plant treats the water and makes it to an extent that this water can be used for agricultural purposes. So a 130-kilometer length pipeline takes the water from the city and then it distributes after purification, it distributes to the agricultural purposes. And
Right.
they also say that if they filter it for a year or so, after 1 year, the same water would be can be used for drinking purpose also. That's the potable water.
Right.
But as of now, there are no need of it. Hence, they're using it for agricultural purposes
All right.
only.